Okay, I'm not gonna be trolling today, maybe just a little bit though, we'll see. As we all know, the 9th all-returnee season of Drag Race has been announced, and this one is a little different. 8 queens are competing for the prize for the charities that they're representing, and it's a non-elimination kind of a season, I think. I will do a separate video on my thoughts on the cast and who I think the season was made for. I have posted a little something in the community tab here, and I would love to hear your thoughts on who you think the season was made for, aka which queen or queens on the cast are going to be pushed towards the win. However, today I'm simply going to be ranking the 8 queens based on how they did in their original seasons. As you probably remember, this is the point system for each of the regular seasons. And if you're confused about any of the queen's scores, you can check out my cast ranking videos for all of the seasons that I have watched. Before we begin though, I do want to note that in this cast of 8, we have 3 queens that have already competed on 2 different seasons. The queens in question are Roxxxy Andrews, Shannel, and Vanessa Vanjie Mateo. Roxxxy and Shannel's second season was an all-star season, so we're not going to be comparing their track records there with the rest on their regular seasons. Vanjie competed on 2 regular seasons, but she was the first eliminated on season 10, so it would be an unfair bottom spot for her. However, out of this bunch of queens, she's the only first eliminated queen of a season, so just keep that in mind. Okay, let's go. Well, okay, for every like that this video gets, let's say that I will do 1 push-up. Sure, let's get hot and sexy for summer. I mean, I'm kind of already here, but whatever. In the last 8th place, we have Shannel, who on her original season, season 1, earned a 2.3 recurring PPE or points per episode score. Oh, that felt so good to say again. Shannel is such a trendsetter for this show. She's the first showgirl and body queen archetype on the show. She's also the first queen to pull a stunt during a lip sync. She's also the first queen that stood up to the judges who kept undermining her performance because she was chosen to be the main villain of the first season, and she, interestingly enough, got beat by the underdog villain of the season in the end. First season is so experimental with its storytelling. I urge you all to rewatch it. Shannel was not really a strong competitor on season 1, however, and we can of course mention her stint on All Stars 1 when she gelled so well with Chad that she made it into the final 4. She should have been in the final 2 with Chad though, but a Raven had to be sacrificed and humiliated for that season to have another hero beating a villain ending. Due to the success of season 4 and the more traditional style of storytelling Drag Race adopted at the time, I expect Shannel to give us entertaining TV this season. In the 7th place, we have RuPaul's boy toy, Jorgeous. Jorgeous competed on season 14 and earned a PP score of 2.45 recurring. Jorgeous was not a strong competitor on her season. She was mostly used as a quick way to eliminate somebody and to aggravate the rest of the cast. Her only challenge win came in a design challenge where I think everyone, but literally everyone, agreed that she should have placed way lower than she did. On All of Returnees 9, I see her as being used as a top 2 lip-syncing threat, with some performing or dancing challenges being where she shines. However, honestly, I don't see her winning the season unless RuPaul really wants to support her dropping out of high school this season. Who knows? In the 6th place, we have Vanessa Vanjie Mateo, who earned a PPA score of 2.5. On season 11, Vanessa was involved in 3 storylines. She was pretty much the main character there. Her first storyline was, of course, her romance with Brooklyn Heights, which ended with 2 of them lip-syncing right before the top 4, with Vanjie, of course, going home, and Brooke losing the crown, as her storyline ended before the finale. Vanjie's second storyline revolved around the clique of her, Angeria, Silky, and Brooke against the rest of the queens, but mostly Evie Oddly, with Vanessa being the least shady one out of the group. That storyline, of course, ended with Evie winning at the end of the season. Vanjie's final storyline of the season was about her chasing that challenge win. That, of course, never actually happened for her on season 11. Thus, Vanessa, I think, is coming into this season with a lot to prove challenge-wise, and I think we can expect a storyline of Vanessa fighting to finally win a challenge, but I don't see her as being one of the stronger competitors. In the 5th place, we have Vanessa's season 11 sister, Nina West, with a PP score of 3.09 recurring. I'm saying this next thing with all of the little love I have in my heart. Nina is not competition material. She's too wholesome of a person, and on season 11 she showed that she would help others to the detriment of herself. I think she's an endearing addition to the season though, but knowing RuPaul's scheming ways, I cannot help but think that she was cast in order to further a political statement against many drag bans in the US. Spoiler for next week's video, of course, but yeah, fighting against the drag bans in the US is very important, of course. However, is Drag Race really the best place to do that? It's like when Hollywood tries to do anything political. You know it's not sincere because these issues we're talking about do not touch the people at the top. I hope Nina can tell her side of the story here, but I also hope that RuPaul does not use her to further try to make himself a gay saint. In the 4th place, we have the 3rd season 11 girlie of this season, Plastique Tiara. She earned a 3.1 recurring PP score on that season. The 3 queens from season 11 chosen are very interesting. They all had a storyline relating to competition performance. Plastique Tiara was clearly one of the producers' picks for the crown on season 11, with her getting away with things other queens could not on that season, or pretty much any other season. However, Plastique's trajectory towards the crown was hard stopped after Raja O'Hara exposed the producer's meddling during Untucked. After which, interestingly enough, both Raja and Plastique were eliminated. I think Plastique is going to be one of the more important people of this season, but I don't know how she survived filming this season without making 20 daily TikToks of her as a twink, becoming a beautiful drag queen, and thinking that's revolutionary content. In the 3rd place, we have the queen that's probably going to lose because of Alice Chachki, Gottmik. She earned a PP score of 3.416 recurring on season 13. Now, Gottmik has the same PP score as the queen in the 2nd place, with both of them having the same amount of mini challenge wins. However, Gottmik was heavily pushed on season 13, which is why she is below that queen. I would say that Gottmik was pushed for a very good reason, because she's entertaining as hell, and low-key one of the funniest queens from the past couple of seasons of Drag Race. But the producers did work very hard to hide her weaknesses. So much so that I had a video taken down multiple times for trying to expose that. Gottmik is gonna bring us good confessionals, great looks, and some really good comedy. I don't doubt that she's going to be a strong competitor for the crown. In the 2nd place, we have Angeria, Paris, VanMichaels, Zahara Benet, Jean Spears, Cardinals, Batch Chalimpich, O'Hara Davenport, Charles Visage. As I said, she has the same PP score as Gottmik, but she's also here because in the Snatch Game episode, she would not have been one of the bottoms. Angeria was a force in the first half of season 14. We were watching that season in the beginning thinking, why are the other girls even competing? Just crown Angeria. Well, I mean, I was thinking that. But I was also smelling her downfall coming. Why is that? Well, because she was winning, but she was not getting any story, really. Season 14 is the freshest season in my mind, and I literally cannot remember a single thing about Angeria's story on that season, besides her being good in challenges at the beginning. I don't doubt that she's going to be one of the stronger girlies this season, and if I can say I'm rooting for someone to win, it's probably her, so as to rehab her random downfall on season 14. But I really do think I'm rooting for the queen in the first place, Roxxxy Andrews. On season 5, Roxxxy was the main villain, and alongside Alaska and Jinx, she made the other girls barely touch the challenge wins. Roxxxy's PP score is 3.45 recurring, which is a pretty strong PP score, larger than some winners even. Roxxxy's dynamic was interesting. When she was good in the competition, she was a villain, and when she was not good, she was a very likable underdog. That just happened happen to be associated with villains. So I wonder what mix of skill and persona we're gonna get this season. I doubt she's gonna be mean, but I also think she's going to be a very strong competitor. She's maybe the best all-rounder we have, other than me, of course. And I think I want her to win because then the top 3 of that season would all have been winners, with Jinx being also a 2-time winner. That's it, that is the video. You can subscribe if you want. I will be doing some more videos soon, we'll see how it goes. You can also sub to my other channel where I'm going to be doing some Eurovision videos now. And tell me, who are you rooting for this time around? Thanks for watching.